Good evening, New York City, and welcome to the Arc Arena here on the campus of Baruch College. It is your Baruch College Bearcats coming in and welcoming the Stephen Institute of Technology Ducks. Alongside Eddie Sabag, I'm David Just, and Eddie, Baruch 2-4, having a bit of a transformative type of season. You know, we spoke about it last game, losing 5 of those starters, but we've seen some real young players, or new players, I should say, emerge, as we had number 3, Nicholas Lamb, win CUNYAC Freshman Player of the Year, and we had number 22, Brandon Goldberg, win CUNYAC Player of the Year.
That's right, David. And how much could we really expect after a team overperforms 4 straight years, or 3 straight years, was it, that they won the championship? So coming into a year with all those veterans gone, you can only expect so much. But this team is overperforming for what we've expected so far, and you have to appreciate the play of veterans like Dylan Minnick alongside Gerard Nicholson.
So Stevens going right to left in their road reds. Stevens red with the gray trim. Baruch in their traditional home whites, light blue numbers, dark blue trim. And it'll be Goodall up top here, driving past Minnick. Floater in the lane, off back iron, no good. Goldberg knocks it out, and now it's Nicholson into the front court, leading all Baruch scorers this year at 20 a game through the first 6.
Yeah, we know Gerard Nicholson as a floor general, really controls the pace of the game. Looks to distribute constantly, gets aggressive here.
And nice move there, spinning inside, working against number 5, Kyle Madison. Madison's mid-range jumper, and he's able to answer at the other end over the outstretched arms of Nicholson.
Just at the start of this game, David, it's going to be high-paced, going back and forth. A lot of energy moving quickly.
So now Nicholson has it up top. Gordon over to Minnick here on the near side. Inside to Goldberg, ball loose on the deck. It's Chabra who comes away with it for Stevens. Madison handed it off to Skoll.
Stevens playing the zone there, and Baruch had the right idea, getting it to the high post, but just fumbled the entry pass.
Chabra looking for options, inside out to Madison. Madison going to drive in the lane. Too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Madison, we've seen here in the early going, trying to be aggressive, though, for Stevens.
Expect him to be the lead shot maker, shot taker for the Ducks here. And on the other side of the ball, we're expecting a bit of an equally distributed attack out of the Bearcats.
Madison averaging a little bit over 15 points a game. Nice jab step there by Nicholson. He's able to knock it down. We've already seen these 2 high-scoring guards going at it.
And Gerard, in the past, known as a security blanket behind a lot of the other veterans, but now with the increased role, we expect him to step up heavily.
Taking the role of leading scorer from Devin Nicholson, his brother from a year ago. Chabra straight on 3, way off left side, and that's going to go out of bounds back to the Bearcats.
We're going to have to see how that unfolds, or how comfortable he's going to be taking that shot after something like that. As of right now, no one's showing off the range on either side.
The trap coming here to Nicholson at the half court. And he gets it back on the cymbal. Minnick now here on the near side wing over to Bailey. Minnick up top, Bailey near side wing, inside to Goldberg. Goldberg going to work inside, right-handed floater, a bit too strong. Rebounded there by number 32, that's Spellman for the Ducks. Ooh, dangerous pass, almost taken away there by number 2, Cole Bailey. His foot was on the end line, though, as he hit the deck, and he'll stay right there with the Ducks.
That gamble just barely paid off. If he barely got a piece of that, and Stevens lost touch. But on the Bearcat side, the recipe's pretty clear to defeat that zone. Get to the high post to Goldberg. Hopefully the result changes as time goes on.
And Goldberg rips down his first rebound. As it's Minnick over to Gordon, back up top. Baruch setting up the offense here. Gordon near side. Nicholson pulls the three. Shot a bit too strong. Long rebound out to number 1, Goodall. And now it's the Ducks into the front court. Chabra on the post working against Gordon. Chabra right hand. Shot too short. I think he expected a little bit more contact. Never came. Now inside to Spellman. Spellman going to work. Right hand floater. That's too short. Almost copying Chabra from a moment ago.
Great post defense out of the Bearcats. Straight up by Gordon. Expecting the contact, like you mentioned, never came. Very clean defense.
Now Minnick getting into the lane. Looking for options. Bailey over to Gordon, near side wing 3, and he knocks that one down. And just like that, 3.5 gone here in the first. Baruch leads 7-2. Baruch almost elapsed the defense there on the other end. Aaron pass. Chabra has to run that down.
Jack Gordon, we know, spent much of last year observing rather than playing. Now with all those veterans gone, like we mentioned, big role increase.
Nice play there by Goodall with the right hand. To your point, yeah. Between him and Cole Bailey and obviously Minnick, 3 guys that had some bench minutes last year, definitely getting starring roles this season. If Bailey couldn't keep it in bounds on the near side, bit of an errant pass there from Minnick, and it's going to go back to the Ducks.
Minnick with the right idea, getting to the corner for Bailey there. He did have a good look, and if not, it was going to go to Goldberg in the high post, but it's the reset here.
So Madison up top. Chabra comes on the pick left. And that crossover move. Madison instead goes right, going baseline, looking for options. Has Skoll right up top. He drives inside, working against multiple defenders. And a little up and under move against Bailey. And he's able to get that one to go.
Good footwork out of Skoll there. And dangerous pass from Madison, getting through just barely. Paid off for him.
And errant pass there by Bailey. Could be a 2-on-1 if Ducks work quickly. Nice job there by Nicholson to get back. However, the rebound there is by number 22, Skoll. He's looking for options. Instead, he's trying to work inside. Ball's stripped away from him. Nope, they're going to say he was fouled on the floor. And it's going to stay right there with the Ducks.
Unlike the first possession with Jack Gordon, the paint defense. First time straight up. Second time got his hands down, chopped down the arms of Madison, or excuse me, Skoll. But thankfully, no shots. Side out of bounds.
So it'll be Lamb who checks into the game for Bailey. Near side 3 off a bit short, off left iron. Went shot from Madison. They're going to say it went off the Ducks last, so it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Spellman had Madison open a little bit earlier out of bounds play, and Madison checked it in, ran straight to the corner, and Spellman just got it to him late.
A few changes here for the Ducks as Lemming and Green have checked into the game. And now it's Gordon up top, looking for Nicholson, near side wing. It's Green out on him. Once again, still set up in the 3-2 zone is the Ducks, or are the Ducks, excuse me, as Minnick able to hit the mid-range jumper. Nice job there, creating some space on the elbow.
The high post isn't going to work for you on offense. Look to penetrate the zone and kick if open. Thankfully, Minnick there drove in. Ooh, hit a wide open shot.
Sorry, not to cut you off. Looked like a bit of a push off there by Green. Oh, dangerous play there as Skoll hits the deck on the far, Spellman hits the deck on the far side, saving that ball from going out of bounds, as now Madison pulls up on the far side wing and knocks down the 3.
A very early trend here. Madison's going to shoot the ball, and everyone else will play their role.
2 for 3 here in the early going for 5 points. Long rebound there to Nicholson. He's looking for options. Nice up and under move. Oh, just couldn't finish. And Spellman comes away with the rebound. Madison's going to push. Open 3 on the near side. Lemming way strong. And Lam on the rebound.
Great move out of Nicholson on that last play. Just couldn't finish with the towering hands of the Ducks.
So now Minnick puts it on the deck. Drives, loses it. Nope, he got fouled on the entrance.
Minnick there again, penetrating the zone. Goldberg staying back towards the baseline, leaving a much bigger lane as the center defender for the Ducks had to really fall back. Last second, all crashed at once. It's going to lead to a foul.
entrance to Goldberg. He took his eye off it, though. A nice find by Minnick. And Coach Alisi wants to talk things over. He's not happy. I'm not sure with who, but not happy with some of the members of his team. So it was once a 7-2 lead, and is now 9-9 on a little bit of a run here from, honestly, led by Kyle Madison from the Ducks.
Now, if I have to imagine from Coach Alisi, the frustration is going to coming from Goldberg, because the idea and the strategy is there. When they see a 3-2 zone, ball's going to the high post, ball's going to the low post sometimes. Goldberg now a couple of times here has fumbled either the entry pass or put the ball on the floor and just lost it. So it looks like get their nerves settled, tie game, start fresh, get the ball to the high post, work it slowly. He had one opportunity where he had a missed floater, but that was a good look, and hopefully he can get some more of those moving forward. And maybe that's what Coach Alisi is referring to.
And from the Ducks' point of view, Eddie, it's been impressed with Madison here in the early going. He wants the ball in his hands, and he's been able to create some shots for himself.
You can tell sometimes when a player gets on the court if they're a confident shooter or not. He does not hesitate to let that fly. And at least through the early going, he's been proven to be a threat.
And he leads all scorers with 5 here in the first 6.5 minutes of action. So both teams break the huddle. Bit of an eerie silence here at the Arc Arena, as it'll be Stevens coming right to left.
That silence, an unexpected close game thus far after a hot start.
So now Lemming has it. Gives it off to Goodall. Now Madison on the far side. Baruch looks like they might have been. Thought they were in a zone for a second, but it looks like Minnick did slide with his man underneath.
I'm with you, Dave. It looked like it was a zone there. I couldn't really tell based on the rotations there.
It was not a 2-3 at the minimum. So checking into the game, Luke Reese for the Bearcats. Luke Reese, the second Reese to play for the Bearcats, as Jack Reese was a 4-year player here at Baruch.
Luke Reese, similar to Jack Gordon, watched from the sidelines last year, now gets his opportunity.
Lamb knocks it down straight on. Big 3 there. We've seen it with the hot hand. We saw the hot hand when he played at the Arc Arena a couple weeks back, that he could shoot from the outside.
It's a good-looking shot at a Lamb there.
Yeah, they're definitely set up in a zone, but it's almost like
bit of a hybrid, David.
Yeah, as Lemming shot off the front iron, no good, but the Ducks able to keep the ball. Goodall has it on the far side. Ball swung through to Spellman. Now up top to Madison. Straight on 3, and he knocks that one down. And we're tied at 12.
And one pump fake and a relocate. He can really let that thing fly.
Every question the Bearcats have asked, Stevens have had the answer here in the early going. Lamb's waiting to pull the trigger. I think he wanted a little bit earlier, but Minnick now has it back up top. Inside out, Goldberg. Now over to Lamb. Lamb gets some space. He loves to pull the 3. Shot no good. They're going to say a loose ball foul.
Looked like away from the ball there, David. Dylan Minnick boxing hard. A little too much for the Stevens Ducks, and draws the foul. So no shot, but it'll stay Bearcats ball.
That's Matt Lemming's first, as number 5, Madison, comes to the bench. Chabra back into the game as Lamb leaks out into the backcourt. And once again, the Ducks setting up in a 2-3 zone.
You got to hope Goldberg gets aggressive there with this man one-on-one. He's significantly larger. Let's see if he does it here. Yes, he does.
Off the backboard and in. Nice play there. And to your point there, Eddie, nice that he didn't settle for that mid-range jumper and instead took it to the rim.
Exactly. In the previous play before the foul, he threw it out to the corner for Lamb, but he had what feels like a mismatch almost every time. So to see him get aggressive there, good to see.
Definitely has some size, as both him and Chabra are both 6'7", but Gordon just has a little bit more, I would say, bulk to him.
Nice looking shot at
Goldberg,
there.
excuse me. As Minnick now has it, gives it up to Lamb on the Bearcat symbol, looking for options, back to Minnick. Minnick calling out the offense. Gordon here on the near side, inside to Goldberg. Goldberg going against 2 defenders, kicks it back out. Ball can get swung around. Nope, instead Gordon thinks about the shot, 10 to shoot. Inside to Goldberg, free throw line jumper. A little too strong. He's able to get his own rebound. Ooh, it looks like he got some contact. No call. They said it got taken away from him. As that was Goodall, gives it inside to Green. Green's up and under layup, no good. Goldberg rips down the rebound between 2 defenders, and it'll be Gordon the other way for the Bearcats.
It's good work out of Goldberg, and the strategy is still extremely clear. Either he gets the ball in the high post and double kicks it out, or single coverage and put up a shot.
nice steal there. Not sure who that pass was intended for. Gordon's the one that comes away with it.
It looked like a bit of an errant pass, and maybe expecting a cut there, but it never came through in the back door.
Reese trying to find the entry into Goldberg. Goldberg working on Chabra, going baseline. Nice move there. Reverse layup, and able to finish with the right hand.
There's the single coverage. No one came to help on the big body. Take advantage, do it yourself.
And that's the thing. You also have a couple of shooters with Gordon and Lamb on the court that, if you do help, Goldberg's going to pass out. Lemming far side three, and he knocks that one down. Baruch a little bit late to close out.
Good looking shot out of the Ducks here. Just about every time they get it out to the three-point line, confident shooters ready to let it go.
Goldberg underneath. He's fouled on the rebound opportunity, and it'll be side out for the Bearcats. Actually, they'll have it right underneath.
He is battling down there. I mean, he's fighting for every rebound, offense and defense. Gets a break here, but standing out of his bench.
So Ed May and Nicholson back into the game as Minnick and Goldberg will come to the bench. Both have played the full 10 so far alongside of Jack Gordon.
Edmund, Nicholson, and Minnick, the true seniors on this team. A good presence off the bench is Edmund.
Gordon setting up in the high post. He wanted it. Ball swung around the nope. Instead, it's going to go inside to Edmay. His left-handed floater grazes iron. No good. Oh, but Stevens unforced error underneath with Skoll, and it's going to stay right there for the Bearcats.
A miscommunication from Chabra and Skoll happens every now and then, and there's nothing worse than giving up a possession for free to the opposing team.
Lamb has it to Gordon up top. And May Creighton position underneath. Pump fake. Lamb hits the deck hard. 7 to shoot here. Gordon splitting 2 defenders. Step back shot. Chabra's able to rip it away from him. And now the other way, up ahead to Coughlin, who lays it in and one. That's a rough play there, as Stevens really able to capitalize in transition.
Bad foul to Reese there. Chabra had a really nice chop down at the ball. Clean strip. Luke Reese the other way, tried to do the same thing. Instead got all arm. Goes up an and one. And the Ducks take a 4-point lead.
And Coughlin knocks it down for the old school 3-point play. And just like that, Stevens have opened up a little bit of a 5-point lead.
A lot of those open looks we saw earlier from the high post aren't coming anymore for the Bearcats.
Nicholson right into the lane. Floater off right iron, no good. Rebounded there by Chabra.
And to that exact point, they're there. Gerard Nicholson with a good penetration on the zone, and you had Lamb wide open in the corner, but just never looked to get it to him. As Coach Lisi's telling him that right now. Thankfully, a bad turnover from the Ducks. Pass hits the net and falls out of bounds. Bearcats get a second chance.
So Lamb does come to the bench.
2 mistakes now. Reese back-to-back. He just fumbles the pass. He gives up a layup on the other end.
Coughlin 5 unanswered. As we saw moments ago, hit him have the and one.
And Goldberg's going to check back in.
And Dupree's getting hounded on the far side there by Goodall and Green. And he'll get the whistle, so it'll be the 4th team foul against the Ducks as Goldberg will quickly check back into the game. A 2-minute rest for the senior.
It looked like what was keeping the Bearcats in this game offensively was Goldberg's presence in the paint, but once he checked out for Edmund, that went away, and so did all the paint presence.
Nicholson pulled up 3. He had room, shot off left iron, no good. Skoll comes down with the rebound and out to the hand of Green into the front court.
Bearcats need to tighten up on defense here. They've given up a couple tough shots.
Green going to pull on the 3, no good, but Skoll able to rip down the offensive board. Inside to Chabra. He goes in hard, shot no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as he went through the contact.
Call on Jack Gordon. I thought it might have been Goldberg there, but hands straight up proved to be innocent. Jack Gordon the culprit.
And Chabra off on the first. Chopper only a 40, limited appearances, 15 shots this year, but a 47% free throw shooter.
Something to keep an eye on as the game goes on. As Cole Bailey and Dylan Minnick check back in. Gordon sits down.
Jabra off on both. Baruch trailing by 7. Dubreeze, gives it over to Minnick up top, over to Bailey. Dubreeze going to pull far side 3, shot off back iron, and the Ducks come away with it.
Bearcats are getting one-look shots here. Ball doesn't move around as much, not as many touches. Compared to what we saw earlier, the ball was moving, it was free-flowing offense.
And nice move there by Minnick, a little bit of a hop step through the lane. Couldn't get that one to go as it goes around and out.
One pass and the shot goes up. Looks to get their teammates involved a little bit more. Risky pass there.
Baruch has been called from the field as the 3 there from Skull, no good. Another offensive board though for Stevens, shot off back iron. Again, it's going to be Minnick who comes out of the pack with it.
Good straight up defense by Minnick and Goldberg there to not foul.
Nicholson over to Dubreeze, thinks about the shot. Looking for options. Dubreeze comes through, gets back on the near side. Minnick hits the deck, he's fouled. And that'll be the team's 4th, so it'll be Baruch's ball side out right in front of the Ducks bench.
Looks like the Ducks have adjusted here with that high post ball. Brandon Goldberg sets up on the high post. And the second that ball swings over to the right wing or the left wing, the rotation goes not to the defenders up, not to the offensive players up top, but instead towards Goldberg.
Goldberg gets it, a little inside out move. Nice find there by Minnick. Oh, what a rejection by Spellman. The big left hand came across, and to your point there, Eddie, he got the ball inside to Goldberg. Looked like he had a look, and Spellman said he had other ideas.
The Ducks saw how dominant Goldberg was being with his sheer size, and so they said, we're bringing the size of our own. Spellman back in the game. Impact immediately.
6'9" senior, so he's actually giving Goldberg a couple of inches.
I'm sure it's not something Goldberg's used to, but see how he adjusts.
And Bailey now at the line to shoot 2. Cole Bailey's only 2nd and 3rd free throw attempts of the season as he knocks down the 1st.
9-point lead doesn't really feel like it. The Bearcats played hard defensively with a lot of high energy, just shots aren't falling.
And good on the 2nd.
Reese checks back in, looking to redeem himself for his previous outing.
And a quick rotation here for Coach Alisi for the Bearcats. 3 there, no good. Spellman looked like he went over the back on Goldberg, and the Ducks able to capitalize and lay it in.
There's the size, though, proving to be a factor. And a risky pass stolen.
Leming the other way, right into the lane. Shot off back of the rim, no good. Coughlin gives it out to Goodall. Now Madison, who's back into the game, floater off back iron, no good. Spellman and Goldberg fighting for it. Eventually gets into the hands of Minnick. Madison looks like he reached in against Minnick. Instead, the foul there is going to be on number 11, Lemming. And I don't know about you, Eddie, but I feel like the refs are letting a lot of stuff go in the last 30 seconds.
Weirdly enough, I agree, David. On the way down, Madison came with a wraparound try and poke, ended up just slapping Minnick. No call there, but then it looked like kind of a clean rip on the ball. Minnick going into the lane, and they call foul there. So,
and I was honestly surprised Baruch didn't get a whistle in their favor on the over the back on Spellman when he was battling underneath with Goldberg.
Well, that's where Goldberg has to focus less on relying on his length and way more on the box out. You can't use either height nor air time to get past a man like Spellman.
So now Lamb checks into the game for Bailey.
We're seeing a quick and short rotation from Coach Alisi here, subbing guys in and out, wanting to keep the energy as high as possible. Since all these Stevens Ducks are great shooters, you got to be able to run them off the line. There's a lot of energy.
And they're essentially playing with 4 guards with Goldberg inside. That's good interior D there from Goldberg. It's going to go last off of the Bearcats. I think they're going to say it was off of Reese. so it'll stay right there. But with Nicholson, Reese, Lamb, and Minnick in the game, you're essentially playing almost a 4-point guard lineup, as Bailey will give him just a smidge more size as a 3.
Exactly, and to your point, Reese came in for about 2 minutes. Bailey comes back in. They're coming in and out, just trying to keep energy high. And the pace fast. Crashing into the bench goes Spellman.
What a save as Madison banks it in.
Seems to be okay, and a great play.
I think the sound effects alone just made it sound way worse than it was.
Agreed.
Now Bailey has it over to Nicholson up top.
I think the refs have set the tone for this game. It's going to be physical, not only with Spellman falling into the stands, but with the calls and no calls. The Bearcats are playing a lot of physicality down there once the ball hits the paint.
Madison into the lane, going against Goldberg. Right hand scoop layup, and that'll make Coach Alisi want to talk things over as the lead is now stretched to 12. Baruch have gone cold on the offensive end here.
And on the Ducks side, those 3-point shooters we were talking about early, not a factor as of late. It's been a lot of in-the-paint presence, driving in and dealing with the physicality that the Bearcats have brought, and they've overcome it.
So 12-point deficit here in the first half, largest of the first half. Baruch shooting only 31% from the field, so really seeing some of their struggles here. Even when they can get stops on the defensive end, not be able to turn it into quality possessions on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's not something we're used to in previous years. Players like Said Osorio is on the bench as a coach now, previously graduating, would bring a huge spark, not only on offense, but through his defense, as Coach Lisi, frustration, throws the clipboard into the bench. Said Osorio would bring in energy on the defensive end, and they would almost always translate to buckets. Huge momentum shifters, but instead, the defense successful on one end, they just can't get the offense going on the other as Gerard gets stuck here.
Now Nicholson has it straight on. Looking for options. Nicholson into the lane, gives it to Lamb straight on. One dribble, he'll shoot over an outstretched arm. Shot off right iron, no good. And it'll go out of bounds. Bailey trying to fight with Lemming for the rebound. Nice box out there by Lemming to ensure that Bailey was not able to get to it.
Lamb got the first pump fake and drew a second defender, but at that point, the second defender made it in time. Maybe hitting a cutter there for an easy mid-range jumper, as Coach Lucy talks to Lamb now, would have made a little bit more sense.
Seemed to have forced maybe a little bit on that previous possession. As we do have a stoppage of play right here, as we have a cut getting cleaned up here on Goldberg's right forearm.
And we have to appreciate the confidence out of Lamb to shoot it. But careful, as that can lead to a lot of not only hero ball, but playing catch-up. Being down 12, your thought could be just to shoot threes, and quality looks are better.
Now mid-range jumper by Lemming. Shot too strong, no good. And it's going to go off the Bearcats last.
The high energy and willingness to get the ball.
And I would say this is a statement substitution, as Baruch going with a full 5 swap here.
Looks like a line switch in hockey.
And a 3 there. Matt Lemming able to knock it down from the far side baseline. Wide open on the entrance. Now
that
Gordon.
Line switch not prepared for a corner 3, it seemed.
Coppin gives it over to Reese here on the near side. Entry pass into Edmay, inside out. 3 on the far side as DeBreeze knocks it down, and Baruch needed to buy a basket, finally got one to go.
Looked like the Bearcats getting back to basics there. They hit Edmay in the high post. Edmay, though he didn't look to shoot, got the ball out quickly to DeBreeze, and proved to be the recipe for success.
As Baruch trying to get Coppin diving for a loose ball. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be in Bearcats' favor as it'll go back to Baruch. So Baruch forcing some a turnover here, able to steal an extra possession.
Coach Alisi turned to the bench for some energy, and he's got it. Coppin diving on the floor. Good play, almost had a clean strip. Instead, it's going to be a jump ball, but you have to love the defensive intensity.
So it'll be Reese to bring it into the front court. Reese here on the near side. Takes the pick from Edmey, spins back. Gordon on the far side wing into the lane, looking for options. Step back jumper, shot no good. Edmey battling with Spellman. Spellman, I think, looked like he tipped it off the backboard to himself.
A huge sense of urgency. Madison getting the ball on top of the key. Players flying out to him, leads to a steal.
Now Gordon, jab step. Gives it over to Reese up top. DeBreeze, pull up three. Shot no good, way strong. Goes off backboard, and it's going to be Conklin who comes away with it. Toppin picks it off there, though. Again, it's going to be a jump ball. Nice hustle play there by Reese. It'll stay this time with Stevens. But again, we've seen this second unit really make some nice defensive plays here in the last few possessions.
You have to appreciate the defensive intensity. But on the offensive end, there are no paint touches at all. Except for that one play we saw with Edmey leading to a DeBreeze three. Everything else has been swinging around, and settle for a jump shot. I have to look to penetrate his zone if Stevens is going to continue running it.
Jobber inside out to Spellman. Shot no good. And he was fouled on the way up by Gordon.
Spellman upset with himself there. He knows that he just has to get a little bit higher and throw that thing down, but instead hits the side of the rim. And on his release of the rim, pops the ball out. So no and one, but he will go to the line for two.
And Spellman knocks down the first. Unorthodox shooting style from the big.
Whatever works. We saw him warming up earlier in the game, looking to expand his range from three.
And good on the second high arcing free throw there from Spellman. Coach Alisi getting a warning from the official. I've seen a tech before. I've never seen a warning as DeBreeze able to dangerously get it into the front court. Gordon has it on the baseline, looking for options. Straight on to Reese. Reese looks at the basket, instead gives it over to Coppin here on the near side. Inside to Edmey. Edmey gonna spin. One dribble, pull up jumper, and he's able to get that one to go. Smart play there by Edmey. A little surprised, honestly, about Spellman's positioning. A bit too deep.
I agree. I think he's so used to being in that deep zone with Goldberg.
As Chabra throws it away, and yeah, to your point, you almost have to know who your matchup is, right? If Edmey is the 5 on the floor and he's going to catch the ball at the free throw line, you have to step out. I guess that your fear then is with some of the smaller size of Baruch, are you going to get some cutters in behind?
And with the undersized Edmey here, you can't expect him to post you up like Goldberg might. Instead, he's going to look to pass. He's a pass-first big, as we've seen, but turns around, surprised at how open he was. Just put up the shot.
Inside out, Nicholson straight on three. Ooh, off right iron. And Chabra comes and runs it down. Edmey fighting for it. Nice hustle play there regardless, but it'll stay with the Ducks with 1:08 remaining.
Edmey might have gotten away with one there as he got at the arm of Chabra here, but according to the ref, no harm, no foul. That's what the coach of the Ducks is pleading. We've let the physicality go thus far, but at some point, you have to draw a line in this end, don't we?
Coach Bobby Hurley in his 17th season here at Stevens. Chabra now looking for options. Madison runs through, kick out here. Coughlin, and he knocks it down near side three.
The Ducks are relentless, David. I mean, they'll get you inside, they'll get you outside with the three. They're playing every part of the offense correctly.
And correction, that was Goodall on the offensive end as DeBreeze gets his own rebound shot again. No good. Ball batted off iron, and it's going to be into the waiting hands of Spellman. And there's about a half a second difference between shot clock and game clock, so Stevens can hold for the final shot.
Second and third opportunities for the Bearcats there. Just couldn't capitalize.
Now Lemming. Goodall inside to Spellman. 5 to shoot. Lemming near side three. Around and out. No good. DeBreeze going to have to put it up. Half court heave. Ooh, off the backboard. No good. And that will do it for first half action. Baruch trailing 40-25, and it was really a story of 2 quarters, if you want to call it, of the half, or 2 halves of the half, where Baruch played, I think, a real tight game for the first 7 to 10 minutes, and really struggled here in the last half.
Something along the lines of the end of the first quarter, the Baruch Bearcats offense started to sputter. It looked like the defensive intensity, honestly, was better than in the beginning of the game, but less paint touches, less high post action, less overall three-point shooting, and next thing you know, you have a 15-point deficit going into the second half.
Yeah, we'll see how they can overcome. As you know, especially at the Arc Arena, they've made this place really into kind of a fortress the last few years. So coming up against some early season adversity, and we'll see what the Bearcats are able to do.
You have to expect the opposition to come in here knowing the kind of team that the Bearcats have been, and maybe coming in with, giving it their best shot, not underestimating their opponent by any means. And the Bearcats have a reputation that precedes them.
So it is half here at the second game of the Arc Arena. If you're just joining us, the women fell in a game where we saw Mia Castillo become the women's all-time leader in scoring. She is on pace to be the first woman in Baruch history to hit 2,000 points at a later point this year, as she has about 1,850 points here for the Bearcats. So they trail in the first game, and Baruch really in the second game trying to split this doubleheader.
Yeah, Mia Castillo, the definition of consistent excellence, day in and day out, continuously working and continuously getting buckets. Almost feels like every night she puts up 40 points, and you have to respect the kind of hustle she has every single night. For a team that went into the season with much higher expectations than what they've shown thus far, starting off at 1-5, you have to hope that the one bright spot for Mia Castillo can hopefully propel them into some more wins moving forward.
Luckily, still lots of basketball to play. Lots of conference basketball as well coming up, as well as since we haven't even. The next game will be December 6th at Hunter. It's kind of this ritual where we play Hunter in December in CUNYAC conference, but then we won't see the rest of CUNYAC until after the new year.
Yeah, Hunter always brings a good level of intensity. The Battle of Lexington, not by name in that sense, however, the first meeting of the season, always brings a bit of a formidable opponent. Everyone kind of locks in, brings this intensity that you might not see in every other game, and if you do, it still is unmatched with the crowd.
So if you do want to come to the Arc Arena, though, and see the Bearcats live, your next opportunity to do that will be on December 8th, as there'll be a women's and men's doubleheader in the afternoon here at the Arc. That's noon for the women's game, 2 p.m. for the men's game. But we'll come back in about 10 minutes to preview the second half. Baruch trailing 40-25. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. welcome back to the Arc Arena. Baruch in a bit of a deficit here as we're about to come out of half, trailing 40-25. But we've seen the Bearcats. We've seen the Bearcats come back from bigger deficits, or also come back from similar deficits. So I wouldn't be surprised if they can pull out of this one.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Coach Alisi wants to adjust now. Going into the game with a certain offensive game plan, wanting to play it slow, get the ball to the paint. Though it did start fast-paced, they had a clear strategy of how they wanted to attack it, the Ducks zone. But now, being down 15, you might have to work some more three-point shots. You might have to work at a faster pace. And something it seems like they may be used to is with constant subs in and out rotations like hockey lines. The Bearcats have to be ready for a bit of an onslaught if they want to come back in this game.
Credit to Stevens holding the Bearcats, to only 30% shooting here in the first half.
Yeah, not a great shooting half, but you can expect them to shoot a little bit better moving forward. It just has to come with quality looks.
Kyle Madison leading all scorers with 12. He went 5 of 8 in the first half, including 2 of 4 from downtown.
Yeah, he's proven to be a worthy adversary. He's a threat every time he touches the ball, and he's running around the perimeter ready to let it go. So whoever his assignment is, he's got to chase him down constantly.
So we're going right to left here in the second half. Gordon now has it up top, gives it over to Minnick. Minnick into the lane, free throw line jumper, shot a bit short. Good look though from Minnick, just didn't have the strength needed on that one.
Yeah, good look, created the space with that forearm without extending it, just couldn't get the shot to fall.
3 there, no good by Skoll. Goldberg rips down the rebound, gives over to Minnick here on the near side.
You're going to have to fight with Spellman if you want to keep getting those boards. Goldberg doing a good job there to box him out and rip down that rebound. Similarly on the other end, Minnick getting aggressive. Drives in hard and draws a foul. No shots, though, out of bounds.
So that's Skoll's 3rd here. It's already into some foul trouble in the second half.
Something to keep an eye on, though he hasn't been much of an offensive presence. His defense has proven to be a bit of a challenge for the Bearcats.
Quick wipe down here of the floor as bodies hit the deck on that previous possession.
We could look to see a little bit more offensive production out of Gerard Nicholson. He started off the game as the floor general, showing his presence, wanting to make it known, but a few minutes in and the shots decreased, less aggressiveness, and deferring a lot more to Minnick and Goldberg, which is not a problem necessarily, but got to get a little more aggressive if you want to be a threat on the floor.
Once again, the Ducks setting up in a 2-3 zone, which has caused some fits here in the first half for the Bearcats. Inside to Goldberg, finds the cutter, Bailey, back to Goldberg. Nice find there. He's fouled on the way up. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That was a fantastic give and go from Bailey to Goldberg there. Goldberg setting up on the baseline, facing essentially under the basket without a real threat to shoot. Bit of a touch pass right back to Bailey, back to Goldberg for a good look at a clean layup. Got fouled with 2 shots.
Goldberg knocks down the first. So the first points of the second half.
And this is exactly what we were talking about in the first half with a lot of paint touches. We haven't seen an outside shot yet. Everyone's penetrating the zone, looking to collapse it. And if the opportunity shows itself, kicking it out, but it hasn't yet. Good looks at the rim consistently.
Goldberg only 59% free throw, so they're able to get 2 of 2 from the line. As will be Madison looking for options. Skoll here up top.
Spellman setting a ton of off-ball screens to try and get his man open.
Spellman now gets the rock on the baseline, kicks it outside to Goodall. Goodall's going to pull a 3 off front iron, no good. Ball batted deep by Spellman, and Goodall comes away with it.
Spellman with a good tip out there. Goldberg doing everything he can to box him out.
Coughlin now into the lane. Floater with the right hand, off glass is good.
Spellman with a bit of a Gortat there, marching Gortat, no doing in the NBA. Second your man. Gets in the paint, clear him out, just force your defender out of the paint for a wide open lane.
Now Bailey has it on the far side. Minnick drives baseline, floater, rattles home.
Goldberg doing the same with the Spellman on the other side. Both of them clearing up lanes for their offensive point guards.
Spellman straight on 3, ugly shot though, no good. First time he actually wasn't in the paint fighting for the rebound, so Goldberg's able to bring it down. Gives it over to Nicholson on the far side.
Big showing off their abilities now. Spellman shooting, Goldberg bringing it up.
Goldberg gets it inside, working against Spellman. Some contact, no call. And shot off left backboard, no good. Ooh, look at Madison may have dragged that pivot. No whistle. Goodall now has it. Gives it over to Spellman. Spellman 20 feet from the basket. And I don't know about how much contact was there. They're going to call it on Bailey.
Looked like Bailey got a trip there. Good call. The refs, we said it earlier, they set the tone this far. They're letting the physicality go. Goldberg running down the floor is essentially pushing Madison in the back the whole way, and the refs are not calling it. So see it to keep going, and coach for the Ducks mentioned it before. When are you going to draw the line? Does a body have to hit the deck for you to blow your whistle? Another wipe down due to the constant bodies hitting the deck.
Sure, we don't have a slippery surface. Could be dangerous here out on the floor. As
coming out of halftime, you've seen a clear initiator, and it is Minnick looking to push the pace and force the issue to get the ball into the paint.
Yeah, to your point, he's been real aggressive here in the first 2.5 minutes of the second period. So now Madison has it up top. Baruch in the zone, ball swung around the perimeter. Madison has 5 to shoot, trying to give it off to nobody. As ball's loose on the deck, it's going to be a shot clock violation, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Cole Bailey is doing all of the little things here. Diving on the floor, gets a loose, an errant pass, tips it, dives on it, kicks it back out. Gerard Nicholson getting on the floor to force a shot clock violation. The little things on the defensive end are what going to bring them back into this game. Bit of banter back and forth between the coaches here discussing replay, as this game had a bit of a late start due to the women's game starting late. Everyone feeling the effects of it now.
That's on 8:49. As Nicholson trying to fight through Madison, getting into the front court. The double quickly comes, as has been customary. Ooh, nice find there, Minnick, inside out. Gordon has the open look. Shot a bit short. However, Minnick gets the rebound again. He's fouled as he hits the deck. Ooh, dangerous play there. Spellman almost landed right on top of him. And it'll be Minnick to go to the line to shoot 2.
Minnick has not touched the ball outside of the paint, looking to shoot this quarter, and this half, and there is no problem with it at all. He is consistently getting into the paint and forcing Spellman to rotate, and that either leaves Goldberg open or a really tough contest and a foul for Minnick. This is his second time at the free throw line, I believe. Gordon had a good look at a 3 there as well. Just couldn't knock it down, but the Bearcats are getting quality looks on the offensive side of the floor.
They've cut the 15-point lead to 11. A little bit more than 3 minutes gone here in the second half.
Bodies are flying through this zone. High intensity, high energy, hands all over.
Goodall straight around and out. Looks like Spellman over the back. He tips it right into the waiting hands of Madison, who's able to lay it in.
Spellman is being a nuisance on the rebounds.
Three there. Nicholson no good. There's Madison who comes to the front court for the Ducks.
Still high energy on the defensive end from Minnick here, as well as everybody on the team. First paint touch for the Ducks. Another 3 open. One of them will fall.
There's an offensive foul there for the first time on Spellman. 2 hands in the back. It'll go the other way. Goodall's getting some open looks too in the last few possessions for the Ducks, but on both occasions going around and not finishing.
And you have to be concerned because even when he's not hitting them, Spellman, aside from that play, has gotten 2 straight offensive rebounds. And frustrated with the call he may be. That is 1 of 3 times he's been called for it now.
Nice play there. And that's crazy because my next point was going to be they need to attack Spellman because that's now his 3rd personal foul. And that could be a real potential momentum swing. before I even had a chance to get that out. Minnick doing exactly that and able to go to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, clear frustration out of Spellman here. And I don't necessarily blame him through the first half and 5 minutes of this game. They have not been calling those kinds of fouls. Now all of a sudden, the Bearcats decide to attack, and Spellman gets called with a quick 2 fouls in 30 seconds.
And he's staying in the game, so if you're Baruch, you've got to figure out a way to get him that 4th foul.
I will also say, it looked like he did go straight up on that most recent foul call. Got a clean block, but the refs didn't think so. Getting a little more ticky-tack here.
Inside out, Goodall's 3. Shot off, no good. Lemming on the offensive rebound. Wanted to get it between Minnick and Goldberg.
I think it's like 3 straight possessions now where he's had a wide open 3, and after a miss, there's been an offensive rebound for the glass. I mean, the Bearcats have to start showing some paint presence on the glass, or that he's going to start either hitting his shots or their layups are going to start falling.
Bailey almost lost it, bounce pass on the inside to Gordon. His shot was blocked. I think it was either Lemming or Spellman who got it handed, and now it's quickly the other way to Green.
Yeah, it was Spellman there, and Gordon not looking to attack, but instead get around Spellman and his length. That's the problem here. If you're going to get in the paint, Spellman's going to block you unless you go right at his chest. And unfortunately, Gordon did it, and he paid the price getting swatted. Now, on the offensive end, Spellman getting aggressive, and he's going to head to the free throw line. A quick momentum shift.
He only has 2 points, but it's really the 8 rebounds and the 2 blocks, and even less so what he's doing on the stat sheet. It's more about just how he makes you alter your game.
It's the presence in the paint, and that's exactly what we just saw out of Gordon there. On his layup attempt, instead of going straight up, he tried to hook it around and proved to be a no-go on that end. Spellman giving some really good minutes in the Ducks here. Goldberg, bit of a non-factor at the start of this first half, of the second half.
Now Nicholson gives over to Bailey on the far side. Nicholson gets the handoff, pull up 3, and he knocks that one down. Great shot there by Jordan Nicholson to cut the deficit back to 12.
It feels like the first 3 for the Bearcats in ages. Jordan Nicholson with a very much needed 3 as he set to cut it to 12.
Madison kicks it out to Green, straight on 3, no good. Goldberg able to rip that one down.
I mean, too many open looks in the Ducks. Every trip down they have a wide open 3. While the rotations are high energy, the Bearcats may be overcommitting.
Floater there by Goldberg. Oh man, he's been hitting those all season. That goes back iron, front iron, and then out.
That's his second one missed tonight. Though they're great looks, and he will continue to get them, they've got to start falling for some time.
Fortunate there that Madison was able to hit that mid-range jumper. 3 there, near side. Nicholson, and he knocks it down.
Smart Nicholson getting it in the mix now. 2 straight 3s. For the Bearcats cutting it to 9. They can smell blood. And with that momentum comes a bit more energy on the defensive end, and get too much there as Jordan gets overzealous.
So Lamb will check into the game as Gordon comes to the bench.
Nicholson chatting with Madison here, knowing he's got a worthy adversary to defend, denying ball consistently.
Tight defense right now. Minnick all over Green. And he can't hit the reverse. It's Minnick and Lamb almost fighting each other for that one. Minnick comes down with it.
There's a mix of possession out of the Bearcats. Looking to transit to the offensive end, gets Minnick over the top of the key. Penetrates.
Floater around and out. No good. Goldberg and Spellman fighting for it. Spellman who comes away with it. And Madison brings it into the front court.
Runs him off the line, instead resets and relocates. And that's going to be off of Goldberg, looking to fight off Spellman. It's a tall task for Goldberg, as every way down, it's almost like he can't focus on offensive or defensive, because he just has to get Spellman out of the paint.
Minnick will come take a breather as Reese checks back into the game.
Reese looking to have a bit more of an impact than he did in the first half.
Pull up there from Goodall is good. He knocks that that one down. A big three there to extend the lead back to 12. And to your point, they're already another open look for the Ducks.
And Coach Alisi has identified the issue, and the sun thinking that it would change it, but it hasn't. Lamb, the ball gets swung to the right wing, and he completely overcommits and leaves his man on the left wing for a wide open three. You can show and you can rotate your position over slightly, but to completely run to the middle of the paint and leaving your man open on the opposite side, it doesn't take much of a pass. If it's going to be from wing to wing, wide open, you're going to leave those open shots, and they've happened a few times now down the floor.
And that's pushed Goodall into double digits with 11, 7 boards. I mean, we're talking he's 3 of 8 from 3, but I would say even on those last 3 or 4, it's been a kick out and pop.
That 3 of 8 could easily be a 4, 5, 6 if those shots are falling. I mean, there's little to no contest on what feels like the past 5 shots, and if that doesn't get tightened up soon with a 12-point deficit and 12 minutes to go, it's not going to look good. It just takes a couple of those to fall for the entire game to shift.
And from a Bearcats perspective, credit to them, they were able to cut it moments ago to single digits. Obviously, the last 3 stretches it back out just a bit, but we've seen them slowly chip away at this deficit that we spoke about in the past. They have the capabilities, of doing that. Been really impressed with Minnick and his ability to attack the basket here in the second half.
Yeah, they're feeding off of Minnick here. They're taking advantage of those momentum chunk plays that come. He gets a bucket on one way down, and the defense picks up its intensity on the way back. Rinse and repeat. You can only live off that for so long. It has to come from other contributors. We saw Gerard Nicholson hit 2 back-to-back threes, but still with a deficit of 12, it's going to come in the defensive end.
So now Bailey has a good over around the perimeter. Nicholson on the far side. Reese, Nicholson, got one more bounce. Back to Nicholson, moving the defense left to right. Bounce pass to Reese, they got 10 seconds to shoot. Reese into the lane. Nice find over to Goldberg. High off the glass, no good. It's going to be on 4 this time. It's going to be on Green. And that's his second, and I think it collected gas, but it wasn't Spellman.
That ball was flying around the perimeter for 95% of the possession. Finally, Cole Bailey cuts baseline, gets the ball, and creates a good look for Goldberg here. After that foul call, you saw Spellman's face, hands up, eyes open, pleading that it was not on him, and was the case.
Goldberg unable to hit the first, but he's good on the second. Madison will walk it up for the Ducks. It's an 11-point game there at the Arena. Madison shot no good, ball batted out. Goldberg and Spellman, I think might have been Spellman who batted it out. It ran through the Bearcats' hands as now it's Reese on the far side lane, cutting near side.
Spellman did get the tip out, though.
Lamb pulls the 3, he hits the deck. Shot short, no good. Spellman on the rebound. Now Madison finds Green. Shot no good. Good close out there by Goldberg, who was kind of caught in no man's land there for a second. And now Nicholson will bring it into the front court.
It looked like the closeout was a little too aggressive. They got in the landing space of Lamb there. And if that happens a couple more times, somebody gets seriously hurt.
Madison, crossover move, gives it over to Reese. Deep 3 straight. Oh, and he knocks it down. And Coach Alisi wants to turn things over as they've cut the deficit to 8. And slowly but surely getting back into this ballgame.
That all stems because the Ducks are now tightening in on the high post. Goldberg set up there at the free throw line, and he saw 4 bodies contract on him. And while that was a deep 3, it was an open 3 from Reese. If he steps in one more step, nothing's stopping him from shooting that even closer. And so one adjustment, it was all it took for Gerard Nicholson to internalize that and kick it out to Reese for an open top of the key 3.
Yeah, a big shot there from Reese as Baruch have cut it to 8, which is the smallest deficit we've seen in the second half. One other thing to note, 16 fouls already for the Ducks, so one more and the Bearcats go into the single bonus.
And we remember those coming in bursts as 2 on Spellman at once, and Minnick was aggressive early on. He hit the deck a couple times. Early foul trouble is something you can only be happy about for the Bearcats, because now you can get even more aggressive and hope to get either more open looks or head back to the free throw line, slow this game down, and stop the clock.
So moments away from jumping back into action here. Once again, if you want to watch Baruch basketball live here at the Arc Arena, come out for the doubleheader on December 8th at noon and 2 p.m. women's, followed by the men's. You can always catch Baruch basketball action on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats broadcast.
Looks like the same five are going to head back out on the floor after the Ducks timeout for the Bearcats. And for the Ducks,
the other thing I would also caution is, what I found interesting is when Minnick came off the floor, he asked to be subbed. So maybe something to watch there in terms of an injury from, maybe it's simple fatigue as he was back from the play.
He gave it his all in the first half, so let's see if he heads back in. If he gets seen by the trainer.
Skoll now has it, Bailey on him. Goodall, nice close out there from Reese, excuse me, Reese. Defense. Reese visibly frustrated with that one.
The Ducks get a bit of a head jerk there. Reese is playing great straight-up defense. Can beat him to the spot. But he initiated the contact and flung his head back. Refs called a foul.
Now Coughlin turns, kicks it out to Green on the near side, back out to Coughlin. Nice close out there by Nicholson. Maybe a step late either way. And able to rip down the rebound on the deep three.
The Ducks had a good out-of-bounds set, but the Bearcats were flying. They set 2 all-ball screens to the corner of 3, and the Bearcats ran them off the line both times.
So now Nicholson has it on the far side, 12 to shoot.
Goldberg's seeing less bodies now as they get it to him. As they do, mismatch.
Inside, working against Skoll. He can't finish. Oh! He gets, sorry for the excitement, he gets shoved to the ground. The foul there is going to be a loose ball foul, and it's going to be on Coughlin. That's his 4th.
Goldberg had a serious mismatch with Skoll in the paint. Missed his first shot, but was set up for an easy offensive rebound for himself. Skoll came in and essentially undercut him after his jump, leading to the big reaction on the Bearcats bench.
Actually, those are dangerous type of plays, but we kind of spoke about it moments ago. The 1-on-1 now opportunity for the Bearcats.
Exactly, that aggressiveness and getting the ball to Goldberg in the paint. With Spellman out of the game for 1 or 2 plays, immediate impact, and now Spellman comes right back in due to the presence of Goldberg. As he misses the first and only of the 1-on-1.
So unfortunately, Baruch can't take advantage there. Now it's Green into the lane, left-handed scoop layup. Doesn't hit anything, and Goldberg comes down with the rebound.
Ducks are pleading for a foul, not going to get one. It looks like good defense and running.
It's been very interesting. Not a lot of consistency from the officials tonight. We saw some touchdowns at the beginning of the second half. Now they're just really letting the boys play.
Goldberg opening the high post once again. Will they get it to him?
Ooh, he might have had a couple steps to the rim. Kick out there, though. Shot too strong. No good. Bailey fights for the rebound. Now Lamb, he's quickly double-teamed. Lamb hop step into the lane. Cross-court pass to Reese. Now he's going to go baseline. Pass inside Lamb. Finds Goldberg and lays it in over the outstretched arm of Spellman.
That was fantastic offense out of the Bearcats. Find the open man, penetrating kick, offensive rebound by Cole Bailey, keeps the possession alive. Lamb with a no-look pass to the corner. Everything set up perfectly for the Bearcats here, finishing off the Goldberg run.
Skoll's 3. Ooh, able to knock it down over the outstretched arm of Cole Bailey. The Ducks needed that one.
Much needed 3 from the Ducks to stop the bleeding. The Bearcats are on a run. Leads back up to 9 for the Ducks.
Now Nicholson has it. Pass inside to Goldberg. Cross-court to Nicholson. Nicholson into the lane, working against Spellman. Shot no good. They forced a little bit over the outstretched arms of Spellman.
We mentioned it earlier, instead of a hook layup there, right to the body of the defender and maybe draw a foul. They have 8 fouls this weekend. But that's exactly what the Ducks do on the other end, hitting the chest of the Bearcats defender. Hitting 2 shots.
That'll send Skoll to the line. The foul there is going to be on Goldberg. That's his 3rd. Oh, they're going to call it on Bailey. Check that, and that's his 3rd.
Dylan Minnick and Madison look to check back in the game for the
Skoll coming into this game 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Madison checking in for Goodall, and Minnick in for Nicholson.
Coach Elise tells Gerard Nicholson, you're looking to finesse the ball, kick it around for a layup. Instead, hit the body of the defender. primary duties now as he goes back up to a level of 8.5 to go in the second half.
Bailey has it on the far side. Entry pass into Goldberg. Back to Bailey. Floater with the right hand. No good. Ball still loose. Bailey, will he be able to save it? Nope, there's going to be a whistle on the far side. They're going to say he went out of bounds.
Lucky for the Bearcats, that save was going directly to the Ducks for the transition.
Very interesting. They have an errant shot there by Nicholson. He comes to the bench. Coach just doesn't let him sit down. They have about 30 or 45-second conversation about that possession. Again, Nicholson goes right back into the game.
It shows the kind of trust that Coach Alisi has for his veteran, Gerard Nicholson, as he knows how capable he is at the point guard position. Just a bit of a reality check, a reset, sit him down, or figuratively sit him down, get him right back in the game.
Spellman working against Goldberg. Shot no good. Good D there by Goldberg, and it's going to be Nicholson who comes away with that out of the pack for the Bearcats.
Good defense by Goldberg. Got to look to shoot here as Spellman's not even playing up on him.
I think there was just too much clutter. I mean, him and Minnick were real tight inside the paint there. Gordon now over to Nicholson, looking for options, gives it inside to Goldberg, inside out. Nicholson going to pull up a three. Shot, a bit of a push shot there by Nicholson, no good. And now it's going to be Madison who walks it up for the Ducks, and both teams have kind of gotten cold here in the last 2 minutes.
A lot of that possession felt rushed there, and while there should be a sense of urgency to get the ball to the open man with the zone, you can't force your shots once you feel like you have a smidget of an open look.
Inside out, now it's Madison, right wing three, and he knocks that one down. They extend the lead back to 14, 7 minutes remaining here in the ballgame.
Everybody in the arena knew that one was going down when it went up.
Goldberg, push shot off glass is good, and Coach Alisi wants to talk things over. It's going to be 30-second timeout with 6:45 remaining. Baruch still trailed by 12. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
Now, that has to be what Coach Alisi is expecting from Goldberg in that position. I mean, the ball hits the high post. He turns around, look at the basket, and there is 3 feet between him and Spellman, or whoever his defender is. He has to look to take a shot because if he's not a threat there, Spellman's going to wait for anybody that decides to cut. And the zone for the Ducks on the perimeter will stay on the outside. If Goldberg's going to pass it out, they'll be ready. So prove to be a threat in the paint and watch the game come to you.
So good offensive possession there for the Bearcats. And to your point, Goldberg able to get it inside and finish off glass. And really, Baruch's going to have to start trading some buckets for some stops here, though.
As the lead ballooned to what felt like 20 is now 12.
They did get it down to 8 moments ago, but a couple of key shots here from Madison was able to extend it right back up.
Lucas Green checks into the game for the Ducks. And
now Spellman over to Madison, takes the pick from Spellman, cross-court pass to Skull. I mean, it looked like a good closeout, maybe Gordon got late. He was able to knock it down on the outstretched arms of Gordon.
The Ducks are beating the zone by simply being faster than the Bearcats here. One step before the three-point line, and they'll kick it to the other wing. It seems like they're wide open almost every time.
Minnick, free throw line jumper, and he's able to turn, spin, and knock it down.
He's going with adjustment there. Instead of having Goldberg at high post, put Minnick there as more of an offensive threat and take advantage of the open opportunities from either Spellman or whoever else is around.
Skulls three, no good.
They're going to call a foul there on the three-point attempt. A little bit too aggressive getting around the screen to contest the shot. He clipped his body. He's pleading for a leg kick out to draw the offensive foul, but to no avail.
Yeah, I think that's a poor call there from the ref. I agree with Coach Alisi here. I thought he kicked his leg out, therefore drawing the foul.
Coach Alisi teetering the line of a technical foul there.
Still good on the second. And he's able to get the third one to go.
Coach Reese again. Doesn't change the fact that it's a 16-point deficit with 5:45 left to go in the second half.
Nicholson here on the near side, puts it on the deck. That's good all out on him. Crossover from Minnick. Minnick into the lane, pass Madison, and Minnick's able to get that off the glass before it dropped.
Minnick has become the offensive show for the Bearcats. He's been the only one that can be that aggressive and force the issue.
And Spellman knocks down the free throw line jumper.
Trading buckets is not going to get you anywhere in this game. There's such little time left.
It's going to be a kick ball, so it'll stay right here.
Madison saying it got nowhere near his leg, but the ref says otherwise. Side out of bounds.
So now it's Gordon up top, bounce pass inside to Minnick, a little touch pass over to Nicholson. Baseline jumper, hits nothing but the bottom of the net.
Now you have to wish that this kind of approach from the Bearcats came sooner with putting Minnick in the high post. It's leading to good possessions and good looks on every single trip down.
Now Coughlin has it. Good all on the far side, takes the pick from Coughlin. Gordon fights through it, bounce pass backdoor, no good. Nicholson knocks it away right into the hands of Goodall, though. The shot blocked there by Gordon, so it'll stay right there. The Ducks will have 6 to shoot.
Great defense from the Bearcats, though. It did get a deflection back to the Ducks. They recover well and get a block out of bounds.
Inbound to Spellman, caught the almost like a mid-range alley-oop. Able to corral his own rebound and lay it in.
The Ducks run an out-of-bounds lob for Spellman, and though his first shot was way off, chased his own miss. A secondary look to go down.
So jab step there from Nicholson, gives over to Gordon near side. 3 ball short, off rim, no good, and it's going to go back to the Ducks. Under 4 minutes remaining, Baruch trail by 14.
The Bearcats are going on a run. If the Bearcats are going to go on a run, it's going to have to start now. With just under 4 to go.
So now Madison has it. Nicholson all over him. Coughlin, bounce pass inside to Skull. Skull going to work, looking for options. He'll be able to work it in and able to get it around and down.
Really good footwork out of Skull there. Just setting up his man deep in the restricted area. One pivot, turn, layup.
Goldberg shot way off, and it's going to go last off of Minnick, so it'll go back to the Ducks with 3.5, and might just be getting a little too late in the evening for the Bearcats to make a move.
Yeah, that was Goldberg's first attempt of that kind of shot from the baseline, and not happy with himself as he heads to the end of the bench. Trevin Coppin checks back into the game.
Good all mid-range jumper, shot short. Spellman fighting with Coppin, and it's going to go off of Bailey last.
Cole Bailey trying to help out Coppin there to fight off the glass with Spellman, only to hit it out of bounds.
Good all off the Spellman screen. Open 3, shot no good. Spellman and flies in. The ball knocked out of his hands by Bailey, but now it's Madison up top.
Spellman's had a good off-ball screen for a wide open look for Goodall there. Didn't get it to fall and then ends up with a rebound.
Madison going baseline. Pull up jumper, a step back jumper, excuse me. No good, and it's going to be Gordon who comes away with the rebound. Minnick now into the front court. 2:40 remaining. Baruch need buckets.
High pickup from Minnick there. Good look. Couldn't get it to fall. 18-point deficit with 2.5 to go.
Coughlin's floater no good. Spellman's tap no good. Ball still loose. Spellman fighting for it underneath, and he's able to get it to go.
Spellman looking like a man amongst boys in the paint there. Nobody can compete with his height. Goldberg comes out. Toppin comes in, and at what should be a towering 6'3", no match for Spellman 6'9".
Spellman's got 10 points and 16 boards, of which 4 of them on the offensive end.
He is absolutely grinding out there, panting for his life. He took a hit on that last play. And the near end of game substitutions come in for the Ducks.
Bearcats making a few of their own as well.
First signing of Joseph Fitzgerald in this game, the junior.
DuBreeze to Fitzgerald, now back to DuBreeze. Gives it over to Bailey, far side three, front iron, no good. Reese able to run it down, gives it over to DuBreeze, back to Reese. Reese gonna drive baseline, inside to Coppin, went off his hands, tipped up and around, and that was rebounded there by Gray, and it'll be number 2, Quasigrach, bringing it to the front court.
Paz was a little too hot for Coppin there.
Coughlin able to work off glass.
Minute and a half left to go. Down 22. This one's all but done here.
Inside out, Reese near side three. Shot no good. Fitzgerald able to corral it. Nope, Reese able to get it. Still fighting for it. He's fouled on the way up. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I think, David, what really sparked this Bearcats offense at the beginning of this half was the penetration and attacking, specifically Spellman, as we saw 2 quick fouls picked up. And unfortunately, as the game went on, they kind of shied away from that and not only got less aggressive, but specifically stopped attacking Spellman, either with Goldberg or with the short minutes of Edme and Coppin. They didn't get to the free throw line as much as you thought they would, as they had 8 fouls with about 7 minutes to go.
Nice play there by Fitzgerald. Get it to Coppin. Aaron shot there, no good. And it'll be Stevens to push. Coming in on the last minute remaining here of basketball tonight at the Arc Arena. Entrance pass to Gray. Coppin comes out of the pack with it for the Bearcats. Coppin, layup a bit too strong. Ball still loose. And the shot there by Idare, no good. First minutes we're seeing of him at the Arc Arena as he comes away with the steal on the defensive end. Now Reese will bring it into the front court. Bounce pass inside to Coppin. Shot too strong. Gray's able to pull it down, and that should just about do it. As Stevens will dribble out the clock. And Baruch will fall to 2 of 5 on the regular season so far.
Not something we're used to out of either the men's or women's squads here. A tough loss here tonight, which felt a little bit closer than it actually was. The Bearcats just couldn't keep up with the offensive onslaught from the Ducks of constant threes and open looks. And like we mentioned earlier, David, they were bound to fall eventually, and they did.
And they'll have about a week off. Correction, 9 days off until they go to Hunter to start off CUNYAC play. So maybe some time to regroup with family and friends for the holiday, and also unfortunately a little bit of time to think about this game here tonight.
Yeah, Baruch looking to face a familiar opponent, hopeful to get their game back on track, but they'll have a long 9 days to think about this one.
So that will do it for us. It's a sweep here, not in favor of the Bearcats, unfortunately, as the women, like we mentioned earlier, fell 85-70 in a game that we saw Mia Castillo become the Bearcats' all-time leading scorer for the women, closing in on 2,000 career points, and the men fell to 75-53 here to the Stephen Institute of Technology Ducks. Once again, if you do want to see Bearcats basketball, or if you want to listen to Bearcats basketball, your next opportunity to do so will be a doubleheader on December the 8th here at noon and 2 p.m. women's game, then men's game. And again, this will do it for us tonight. This broadcast has been in conjunction with the Baruch Athletic Department. For Eddie Sabag, I'm David Just. Have a great night, everybody.